gangsta city girl, so you know where I'll fuck you. So get out my face before I touch you, ho. Don't you know? Can't you understand? If you fuck with me, I'll take your man.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Buffy, giving to you loud, live, and in color. If you see my character, you see anything different, dude, they got a new lace front.
Got him! Got him! Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
For our DC character. You know, I had to throw that in there, even though it's off subject, but DC outdid their self with the new hair. I'm so in love. Anyway, today I'm going to be basically telling y'all about water loadouts, telling you what works for me and what I feel does great for me and what I feel like gets the job done, especially soloing. So stay tuned and I'll talk to you soon. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Special shout out to Official for letting me use his base for this video, and also shout out to Dripster. Basically, he has been someone who's been supporting my videos, so I just wanted to give y'all this. Thank you. Alright, now the video begins. Bye. Alright, hi everybody. Here we are. We're at the part 2 where I'm going to demonstrate everything you need to know about water healing. Now, when you watch this video, no, I am not the best water healer. But I can say I have not had any complaints soloing, and I've not had any complaints of people dying. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a demonstration of what I feel is a great water healer and great success to soloing. So right now I'm just going to go into basically my stats. My restoration is at 28k and some change, you know, just a little change. My white socket mods is basically the hands, you know, typical shield, chest, typical extended supercharge, and I'm going to show you 2 loadouts, the reason why I use extended supercharge. My neck, of course, I use the restoration, but sometimes I rotate that and I use the one that gives you group power. Oh, excuse me. Okay, now for the head mod, I will use flood of power. I'll rotate that one as well. In my thing, I'll go ahead and keep extras of these tactical mod capsules, so then I'll rotate them. So I'll basically go through the reason why. Now for my artifacts, I'm using the Eye of Gemini for my supercharged build, Orb of Orion, and I'm using the Scrap of Soul Cloak. Now as far as the loadout, first one that I use is Soothing Mist, and as far as any healer that I ever run with, I'm always going to use my priority heal. And the reason why is because I have my Orb of Orion at 160. Now, if you look at the Orb of Orion, let me go ahead and just demonstrate again what it does. It basically, if you have it at 160, it casts a priority heal for 100% of your base priority heal. Also, it gives you a little summon minion, basically, that will help you heal as well for 9 seconds. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't realize is, if you're going to use Orb of Orion, you need to know the stats of it. And this is why. The Orb of Orion goes and gives you extra health back, but it also takes extra power as well. So when you look into the loadout tree, Soothing Mist, your priority heal, it says the cooldown is for 1.5 seconds, but look at that power cost, it's for 750. Now watch what it does if you don't have the Orb of Orion. Let's take it off and let me demonstrate what it does. Granted, it does the same effect, but your potency of heals is lower. The cooldown is 0.5 seconds now. And look at the power cost. It's 250 now compared to 750. So that's another reason why I use Orb of Orion. So let me go ahead and put that back. Now, if you're on DC, I'm pretty sure everyone knows why you use Eye of Gemini to help you get back your supercharge when you basically use a supercharge. So I use Flutter Power as far as my supercharge. It surrounds yourself in a large amount of water, grants you power and immunity to control effects, and it shields you from incoming damage and reduces your active water superpower cooldowns by a large amount. So without reading all that, let me go ahead and tell you what it basically does in my language. So basically it's just telling you this. You're not going to take that much damage. You're going to take some. It's going to get lessened. 2, basically you're going to be able to use your powers back to back to back to back. It's not going to be no cooldowns. Basically your cooldowns are going to be refreshed. And later on in the video, I'm going to give you a demonstration of what it actually does. So just stay tuned. Now, for me, I like to use Bubble. Bubble basically is a 4-person shield. It's one of the strongest, my opinion, healer shields that they have. I also use Tempest Guard. I like to run 2 sets of shields. Granted, this shield is for 8 people. Do not get it twisted, okay? This shield is for 8 people. But I'm going to keep it real. This shield is weak as you know what. I'm not going to say the word, but you know what it is. Only reason why I use this shield is because of this. If I'm in a raid group to where I know a lot of people are taking damage and I don't have that much heals, I could at least put this shield on and just let my heals stack them up until I get ready to use the rest of the heals that I have. Example, I will probably use my supercharge while that shield is up if I can't get everyone's health up. Or I'll go ahead and just keep using Soothing Mist until I get their shields up. Their health up, sorry. Now, this is Solace of the Sea. Basically, it's if you're familiar with sorcery, how they put the little thing on the ground or whatever, circle of protection. It's kind of the same thing. Basically, it's going to be a pool of water with some jellyfish coming out of the ground. And it's going to be a healing over time, a HOT. Basically, that's what it is. Riptide is basically, it says, summons a powerful current of water that removes the cooldowns of the previous waters superpower you use. So if you don't want to read that, this is the best way to understand what that is. Basically, I can use 1 power, use this, it's going to refresh, basically like I never used this power, Solace of the Sea, at all, and it's going to reapply it. So just to give you a prime example, let me show you. So I'm going to pop L2X, and I'm going to do R2 square, and look at L2X now. You see how I came right back after using it? So now I'm able to use it again. That's OP, right? Just imagine a move that you was on cooldown and you wanted to use it again. All you got to do is just pop this baby. So watch. Pop my shield. I'm like, oh snap, I can't use my shield again. The devil is a lie. Boom. I can use that shield again with no time needed at all. Now, make sure when you use it right time. Do not do not try to think that you're going to use it at the wrong time and thinking that you're going to be OP. Because all you're doing is basically refreshing it, making it use it again in the cooldown. See, now look, I'm still on cooldown on both. So what I prefer to do is basically, I'll do this, refresh it. Now you see the cooldown of Riptide? I'll wait until the middle before I pop it again. That way, I'm still able to have the shield, and by the time it breaks, I can pop it again and then reapply it again when it hits middle for Riptide. Boom. See what I'm saying? But later on in the video, I'm going to explain every move and how I use it. So now I'm going to leave this base, and I'm going to basically take you guys on a demonstration on how to use the video. Sorry, on a demonstration on how you're going to use the power. Alright, see y'all there. Alright guys, we're here. As you see, we have some ads behind us. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all a description of the loadout, how it works, and what interacts with each other. First slot, we have L2 square. It's going to be our priority heal. So I'm going to let them beat me up a little bit. I'm going to show you how it heals with the Orb of Orion and without the Orb of Orion, so you can get a better detail of what it does. So here we go. Let me get a couple people to beat me up. Alright, I'm gonna let my health go down. And remember, I'm just using my priority heal. Right now, I do have the Orb of Orion on. So I'm gonna pop it. That's just one time. For 42K and heal. So I'm gonna try it again. And as you see, look at my pet. Look how many times he heals me. That comes with it too. You see how many times he heals me?
Get your ass in back there and don't get back up here no more. I'm gonna bust your ass.
So now let me try to find some other ads. So let me go ahead and take it off so I can at least show you how it heals without it. Let them beat me up. Alright, here we go. See how it's only for 13? It's only for 20. It still looks like it heals pretty well, in my opinion, without it. Let's see. For 12. See how I have to pop it at least 3 times, 4 times. Mind you, I don't have the extra pet with me as well that can actually help me out and heal me 5 times. See how I have to heal myself more than once? Now when I put it on, I'm gonna let them beat me up. Now watch. 1 time. And you see how he's healing me? See, he's healing me. I don't even have to heal myself. And he will heal you and your other people that's in the group. Now for the next move, let me go ahead and grab all these guys. So I'm gonna do 1 solid so I can at least show you how it heals. So you get small numbers of HOTs. You see that? And that's just 1 solace of the sea. 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 4,000. 4,000. Now the good thing about the move I told you earlier that can refresh yourself, refresh your move. So I'm gonna put down 1, refresh it, and put down another. So now I'm getting double the tick. You see that? That's just OP. So if I put a shield on, I can do solid, refresh, solid. Look at that. All those heals. They can barely take it down. Now the good thing about this refresher move is you can do it, refresh, put a solids down, and you see how I can use my shield again? It goes away, put another shield down. And this is why I use 2 shields, because that shield I told you is weak. So I can put that shield up, solace, refresh, solace, and boom. I'm going back to 100. Put the shield up. I'm already at 100. Now, you can use this Riptide move, that's L2 square, basically with any move. So what I like to do is, I'll do 1 solid down, hit my shield, refresh it, and I'll have 2 shields still available if I'm taking damage. So then I'll put another one down and boom, refresh it. I got heals over time and 2 shields available. So if I'm taking a lot of damage, all right, Superman. He wants to come in here and be Superman. Sorry, guys. People want to be OP. All right. So yeah, basically I'm going to take some more damage. So if I'm taking a lot of damage and I got a lot of 8 players, right? What I'll do is Solace, Riptide, Solace, and I'll do the weakest shield for 8 people. That way if they're taking damage, I at least know they have somewhat of some type of protection while they're still getting heals over time. If too many people are still taking too much damage, I will pop the other shield while the 8-person shield up, and then I'll just use this move right here, the priority heal. Now, I'm gonna show you what this move does for the supercharge, but as well for the supercharge, I replace it with the 8-person heal. And I'm gonna show you another loadout that everyone likes to use. I don't use it because I'm not a standstill player. I like to maneuver, and then I'm super speed. So this is what the supercharge does. Basically, it protects me from hits. You see I'm not taking any damage, and I could put down however many moves I want. Look at that. They still can't hit me. You see how OP that was? Mind you, with the Eye of Gemini, which y'all probably couldn't see, I'm getting back my supercharge as well when I pop it. See my supercharge going up with that green up? So that's what that is. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all another loadout people like to use. I don't use it, but whatever works for you is the main key of whatever you do on this game. People like to use the Tsunami Strikes. They will take out 1 shield and they will put in High Tide. And then they will put in the 8-person heal, Blessing. So Tsunami Strikes basically says, continue striking enemies with torrents of water, dealing them damage. Now, every time you use that move, it does a heal. So when you damage them, it does a heal. And I'll just give you a description of basically what it looks like. It also decreases the damage dealt, but heals the most damaged group member. So if the most group member is getting dealt damage, basically they're going to get healed. Now, this move, Tsunami Strikes, when you pop High Tide, it basically cools down. Every time you hit someone, the High Tide cool down. And I'm going to show you what it does as well. Basically, it says grants High Tide, allowing certain water abilities to gain additional effects. And what they mean by that is basically this. Look at it, Tsunami Strikes. Power interaction. Each strike from Tsunami Strikes against your target reduces the current cooldown of High Tide, which is this move. So it reduces the current cooldown of High Tide by 4 seconds. Let's see another move what it does. This one. If you are in High Tide, this move right here, it has to be activated. If you are in High Tide, Blessing of the Depth heals over time. The effect removes High Tide. Now, read above. It says, quickly wash yourself and group members in mystical energy from the depths of the ocean, healing them. With that being said, Blessing, all it does is just give you a burst heal for 8 people. And I'm going to show you. Now, if you use High Tide and then use Bless of the Depth, it will give you a burst heal, and it will end off with some heals over time. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a demonstration. I'm going to let him beat me up. Come on, boys. Is that all you got? Alright. So first, I'm going to just show you what Tsunami Strike does. You're going to do square, triangle, triangle. Square, triangle, triangle. So basically you just hit the move and you just keep hitting triangle until it stops. You see how they can't beat me? Look at the yellow numbers as well. Every time I hit it, I'm damaging them. And look how much it heals you for. The only reason why I don't use this move is because you can't move when you use it. You see how it keeps you still? Like I'm literally moving the left analog and I can't move. So I don't like to use it because I don't like to be stuck in one position. Now, I'm going to use High Tide and watch what Tsunami Strike does to it. High Tide. You see how long the cooldown is? Look. It literally says that it has a 30-second cooldown. Now watch what High Tide does. It lessens the cooldown of 30 seconds, y'all. I'm gonna wait till it goes and then I'm gonna show you what it does. Alright, so my health is down. I'm gonna do High Tide. Remember it has 30 seconds. Look, I'm hitting Tsunami Strike. Look how it's going down. 2 rotations of a full Tsunami Strikes combo will take your High Tide from 30 seconds to literally 2 combos. And you have your High Tide right ready for you to use again. So remember, if you just use High Tide, you're going to have to literally wait 30 seconds before the cooldown is over. If you don't want to wait, just use Tsunami Strikes, honey. Look. 2 combos. All I did was 2 combos. And look, I have High Tide to use again. Now, the last move, which is Blessings of the Death. Let them beat me up. And I'm going to show you what it does. Watch how it gives me a burst heal. Boom. You see how it gave me that burst heal? Look at the cooldown. He's going to give me another burst heal. It only gives you 1 initial burst heal for 8 people in your group. So now when I watch what it does when I do High Tide. So I'm going to do High Tide. Boom. See now? Look, it's giving me heals over time. Me personally, I don't think it's really that much worth it. But some people, you know, like to use it like that. I don't think it is. I honestly just think it depends on the content you run. Because if you think like this, okay, I'm gonna get some more ads. I got all these ads attacking me, right? If I'm a good healer and I want to, you know, basically heal myself while getting attacked and heal 8 people. So for me to be able to do that, I would think like this. Okay, I'm gonna do High Tide, refresh High Tide. I still have High Tide up. Put DOT up. Do High Tide again. And just keep doing Tsunami Strike. Mind you, you're still getting attacked, but look at, you're staying still. So if you have a DOT on the ground and you have to move, you're gonna have to literally roll out and then go back to doing that. Mind you, the rest of your team is still getting hit, sorry. Now also too, some people don't take out the 8-person shield, and I'm gonna show you why when they use High Tide. Some people take out the 4-player shield. So I'm gonna put the 4-player shield in and take the 2-player out. Now, when you look at the power interactions, this is what it says. If you are in High Tide, Temple Guard grants you a heal with when the shield ends. This effect removes High Tide, basically. So basically, if I do High Tide and I do a shield, it's basically, they're saying it's going to give me a heal over time. Let's see. Okay, let me do it over. Let me get some people to beat me up. So if I'm a good healer, I'm gonna show you another rotation people will do. Okay, let me get it back together. Okay, so high tide and then the shield. I seen a small initial heal. So it say when it pops, I'm gonna get a heal. Okay, it popped, it gave me a heal. So while I'm waiting on it to pop, I could still be hitting Tsunami Strike, refreshing it just so I can get another high tide. So I'm gonna pop it and still be hitting Tsunami Strike. So when the shield pops, I'm supposed to get another heal. So granted, I'm gonna show you what people like to do when they're using this loadout. Let me get a lot of ads. So they're gonna do high tide, refresh, do blessing of death to get another DOT, high tide, and then a shield, and just pop Tsunami Strike. High tide, blessing of the death, Tsunami Strike, so I can get another high tide. So then I'm gonna do high tide, just like that. I don't like that, to be honest. I feel like it's too dangerous. Granted, it is a lot of heals over time, but just going through that whole combination just confuses the hell out of me. I'm a very simple A and B. You know, one move heals 8 people, one move heals 2 people. That's me. So I'm gonna go through the rotation one more time, because I know y'all probably like, what is she talking about? So let me get everything clear. All right. So you're going to do high tide, refresh it, blessings of the death, put the thing down, high tide, and then a shield, and then Tsunami Strikes until you get another high tide. So you're going to do high tide, blessing, Tsunami Strike. That's a lot. So if y'all like that loadout, y'all can more welcome use it. But if you just want a real simple heals over time with a couple of bursts and group shielding, just go back to what I'm finna go back to, which is your priority single heal, you and someone else. I do 2 shields, and I do use a blessing of the death as a burst, or I'll use a supercharge. But to be honest, I really don't use the supercharge as much with water. I'll just go ahead and use the burst with the heals over time. So I'll do 1 on the ground, refresh it, put another on the ground, and I'll do an 8-person shield. If the shield bursts too early, I'll do a burst, and then I'll put in another shield, a 4-person shield, and then I'll just keep using this. 9 times out of 10, you shouldn't have any problems. But as you remember, I'm not a good water healer like I am the rest of them, but I'm just giving you a demonstration of how the power interaction works. Now, I hope you all enjoyed the video. It was a very short one, but stay tuned for my next one, which will be sorcery. Sorcery was my very first power from when I first started DC. So sorcery, I know from top to bottom. I know that power inside and out. So stay tuned for the next video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any inputs, put it in the comments. If you have any negative stuff, keep it to yourself. No, I'm just playing. I like to hear the negative stuff because it helps me grow as a person doing demonstrations. So teach me something that I don't know about this power. But with that being said, hope you enjoy. Hit the like, subscribe. Talk to you guys later. Peace.